Alright, now we can go with another cleaning episode. So we found a whole bunch of cool things before. So we got the music playing again. Yeah, it's always going to be the same music. Sorry, I don't know if it's copyright straight in or not, but it's really easy to get it anyways. You just say it's content that was in the background music, don't worry about it. And then your content is unrestricted. We found that out about the Furious Last Escape gameplay. They were getting copyright striking. And then we just claim that we did not copyright anything. It's just background game music. And then they uncopyright it. So it's really cool. People are so afraid of that. I don't know. Maybe it's harder later. But here, the first thing we found. We were going to organize this and then just not record it. But then we were finding interesting things, actually. It's the Mad Catz. Mad Catz. 5.2 volt, made in China. So this actually, it plugs into your car or any cigarette lighter. But what is it for, Tyrell? What's the point of plugging it into there? Because it charges or it powers your Game Boy Advance or your Game Boy or your Game Boy Color, one of them. So you just plug it into one of your, I think it's the Game Boy Advance system because it has the tip at the edge. I haven't looked at these cords for so long, but I believe that is. So essentially, you could just plug your video game system into your vehicle while you're on the road, and then you could play it, and then you don't have to drain all of your batteries from your video game system. So I thought that cord was pretty cool. That's why we threw things back in. And there's this other cord we found. So this one, it's supposed to be a Link. It's an official Nintendo one, right? It says Nintendo on it. DMG14, made in China. So you could serial code that and then find everything about it. Game Boy, so it does look official, right? Oh no, that looks like the fake logo. Wow, Nintendo. I don't even know. It's just the same font as the other thing, kind of like it. But you could hook it. This is a link cable, right? You could hook it up to your Game Boy Color, I believe. So that would be the Game Boy Color one, probably. And then there's also the Game Boy one, maybe Game Boy Color, but you could also unhook this, and then I believe it's the other hookups. Yes, it is, so you could do the same thing. So either systems, you could, it's for multiple purposes, because these other ones, they're just for the one system, right? So here, you'd need to carry around 2 cables with you or something, depending on what system you have. If you have both of them, you need to carry each cable for each system. So this solves that problem. You just need one cable, and then both of your systems, you could link them together. That's a pretty cool idea they came out with. So we got some more cords. So even here we were looking, we're like, let's record everything, because this one actually says Nintendo 3DS on it. It's not a third-party one like the Mad Catz one. Nintendo 3DS. What does it say? Switch and carry systems. So this one you plug into your vehicle as well. Oh, so we had some car charging things. So you could just plug them into your system and you could play. So this was for the Nintendo DS system. Oh, it has the Nintendo DS logo on it. Perfect. So we found some official Nintendo things. I don't know if it's official Nintendo. It just says it's for the Nintendo DS. It probably is not official. Well, you could plug that into your vehicle and play your Nintendo DS. So now we could, on the road, we could play both of these systems. So whatever systems those are for, we could play them on the road without having to drain our batteries. Except it'll drain the car battery. So then we have another link cable. So this must be like a OG original link cable then. It's not a third-party one. You can tell by how the plastic feels. The plastic, they made the plastic a lot different than they do nowadays, or at least the China versions of them. They don't use good plastic materials, so they all seem really cheap. So with the PlayStation 2 extenders that we had before, the blue and the green one, we found those in one of the episodes. Also had the Nintendo extenders, so Nubby did these, I guess, a third-party system. So this would be to extend your Super Nintendo cord. So if you have a Super Nintendo controller, you could actually plug in your system from a lot farther away. So they had extension cords for the PlayStation 2 and the Super Nintendo. I have those ones anyways. This thing, there's still more cool things in here, do not worry. There's that Menacer thing, but there's something else here. Might as well try to keep it related. We'll just get all the cords that are like this color, and we got the other one that you plugged in. So this one has a switcher for Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. So maybe they're different or something. So what does the switcher do? Because this would only plug into the one system. That just has the one type of connectors. But then there's a switcher. Oh, Game Boy Advance would plug into here. Oh, that is so weird. So there's two different systems, and then you can hook up your Game Boy Color to the Game Boy Advance. So this one's only a one way for the other system. The other person would have to have the Game Boy Color to link up to, and then you could have either the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy Color. So yeah, I guess it wouldn't really make too much of a difference anyways. We got some more multi-way connector systems to link up. They're mostly for trading Pokemon, right? The linking, so you could link up to the Pokemon Red and the Pokemon Blue, and then you trade all of your Pokemons to your friends with the link cables. I believe that's how it works. Another third-party link cable for either the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Advance. Yes, and then these stupid small, ridiculously short cables. We could keep them to sell them with some systems, I guess, but we'd prefer the longer cables, like the official PlayStation 2 cable, or something a bit more heavier duty. These ones are a bit thinner too on design, so I don't even know. We should probably throw them out or keep them. It's definitely in the option to throw out pile. Then Kingswell switch mode power supply, 2.5 amps, 9 volts. Power cord for what? So these power cords, we threw a bunch of these power cords out. We didn't know what they were for. Power cord for what? Kingswell switch mode power supply. So we'll look into that later. Made in China, not 100% sure. So we don't recognize the power cord. We'll put it into the we don't know what the heck that power cord is pile. Usually we just get rid of them. And then we got a Wii TV cable. Yeah, looks like a Wii TV cable. Looks like a bit of a different one. Oh, so why would I have 4 connectors? Oh, VGA or whatever that other one is. So your Wii system would be in higher definition. And then there was another plug-in thing, so you might as well just take this one. This one plugs into your cars. This one seems really advanced just looking at the ends. This would be a system that plugs into your vehicle, so you could play your video game systems on the road without needing batteries. There doesn't seem to be any Nintendo or anything. Well, they're probably all third parties. It's just people come out with these things, all these ideas. So that'd be for the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo 3DS, I believe. Or the DS XL, probably for the Nintendo DS and the DS XL. So this way you can play your DS systems on the road. Alright, so you have a whole bunch of systems that you plug into your vehicle, and then you can play them on the road. And there was a Wii Connect system, or the sensor bar. We're not going to be able to get this that's way too dug in there, so we're going to have to get that later. So maybe this will mostly be a cord sorting episode, but then the other episode we said it was going to be a cording episode, and then we left partway through to do other things. So this one's just that's a weird connector. Not 100% sure. So what would these do, right? This would be like the PlayStation 3 connector, and then the PlayStation 4 connector. So you could connect your phone up to your PlayStation 3 controller. How would that help? Is there a way to hook up your phone to a PlayStation 3 controller so that it do something? Maybe you could use your phone as the controller. We're gonna have to look into that one. That seems interesting. That would be super cool. This just looks like basically a plug-in for the PlayStation 3 and then a plug-in for your iPhone or whatever you have. So now we have a Game Boy Advance recharge power cable. Right? You can see Game Boy Advance recharge power cable, or you just plug it into the wall and then you can play without needing batteries, something like that. We're gonna have to start keeping all those cables somewhere. And we'll just take out the Minister. So we do have the Minister gun somewhere. Where was it? I don't know, we'll probably find the Minister gun at some point. yeah, so when we find the Minister gun, we can combine them. So here we got rid of the other garbage box because this is all the garbage we got. It's hard to throw things. There's our keeping box, so it's a whole box full of keeping things. So a whole bunch of space. Whole bunch of space being taken up, right? So the Minister, so we can do something. We have the Minister game, and we have the gun and the sensor bar. We just have to find all of them. It's another Wii sensor bar, another Wii sensor bar. Oh, something fell out of that one. Put that later. Not 100% sure. So it looks like a power cable. So this could be for the PSP, maybe. Yes, this would be the other part of the PSP charge cable. Because we bought a whole bunch of these, the PSP charge cables. There's one for the PS Vita. So we bought a whole bunch of PS Vita charge cables. Maybe, if we leave them in the plastic, we could just sell them. We could be like, we also have PS Vita recharge cables or power boxes or something. And another Wii power bricks. So now we have 5 power bricks and a whole bunch of Wii sensor bars. And then a Wii nunchucks. We have a bunch of Wii nunchucks. Oh, this one, it does work, but it is missing the rubber at the top, right? So we did keep it because it does work, but then the rubber's missing at the top. So I don't even know, do we sell it as, well, maybe someone will buy it for, I don't even know. Might as well just throw it out. Right? We can't keep everything. This is the problem with all these things. You collect them, and then when you want to get rid of them, it's like, well, if I get rid of them, I'll probably have to collect them again. So, no, I am not getting rid of them. But then we probably should get rid of them. We don't need a thing with the rubber missing. So another Wii sensor bar. So, I don't know. We're going to post a bunch of Wii sensor bars, hopefully for $5 or something. And then another cords. We found one of these cords before. It's just for connecting your Xbox 360 up to something. Yes, Xbox 360 connector cords. So we definitely need those. And then another nunchuck. So this one should work, yeah. Should be able to test it. I believe before we closed the store, we tested all the controllers, and then we got rid of all the broken ones. So I'm not sure come back what. Alright, so it's just the email address. That's the garbage, recycle pile. Recycle's right here. Okay, there, Ralph. Just throw it in the recycle bag. So now, another link cable. So we're going to have a whole bunch of link cables to post. So if we have these boxes and we have them all organized and we know that these are just extra things that we do not need essentially, we know we can try to sell them, and if they do not sell, then we can just destroy them. So we collect. So we have a bunch of these in the room too. We're trying to think, will we ever need these things? With the one end like that and then the other end like that. So it's for like connecting your TV together and your VCR together, and probably older video game systems up to your TV as well. So I don't know if we need a whole bunch of them. If we just keep like 1 or 2 of them or something, because when you have like 6 of them, they do take up a lot more space. So we'll just put this over here with this other pile that we might throw out, because we don't need a short one. We got a bunch of longer ones. So let's just go for what's in the bag then. Perfect. So we actually had these bags and then we just threw a bunch of the power cables. So if we need a computer power cable or a PlayStation 3 power cable or something, or a computer power cable, we have a whole bunch. But then we don't need as many as we have. This is a PlayStation 3 2-year system cable. I've got a PlayStation 2 connector cable, or it could be for anything like Xbox, anything that uses this connector. Pretty much a whole bunch of things do. It's not even just video game related, a whole bunch of other things use that same power cable. And this is just a PlayStation 2 AV cable. So I think we have a whole bunch of AV cables. I think we saved a whole bunch of them, but I guess if we have these more here, I'm not sure. Maybe we could just sell these with systems or something. So you see, you just pull one thing and then you just keep on yanking on it, and then eventually it might come. So we got a PSP power charger cable. So this is what the other end is for, but then I still don't understand what this thing is for. So we're gonna have to look into this cable because I don't know what that end is for. Maybe it's for the PS Vita. We're going to have to figure it out. Maybe we'll find more in here. And then a LG power cable. So the LG power cable is for a phone. So we're gonna have to recycle that or something. Yeah, we don't need to. We have so many like phone charging cables and everything else. Phone power cables. We had like a printer cable we got rid of. We don't really need a printer cable. We don't have a printer to go with it. And then yes, another computer cable. So how many computer cables do you need, Tyrell? Do you need 20 of them or 30 of them? Probably not. 30 of them does take up a lot of space, but maybe 4 or 5 of them would take up a lot less space than 30 of them. I would just record pulling things out of the box. So you just pull, and hopefully you get something. So it's kind of like fishing, right? We're like fishing for cords, and eventually a fish will bite, and then we'll get the new fish. So the new fish that we have gotten was the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 power cable. So we have a whole bunch of those power cables. I know I have a whole bunch of those in my room as well. I put them all in a box. So if we already have a bunch in the room, plus we're finding a whole bunch down here, then we don't really need everything. Other PS3 to the PS3 systems, these type of hookups. So we're gonna have to really figure out what to do because we got like at least 10 of those at the moment, and here comes some more, right? We have more in the room as well. So another PS3 to your system cable. Maybe this is another one. Oh, this is your phone or something else more advanced. So the Square system, I believe, uses that. Well, the Dream Payments thing used that as well. And my phone uses that cable. So I could use that to hook my phone up to my computer. And a PlayStation 2 TV cable. I think we got something. Yes, we did. So this one's different. This one connects 3 different colored to 3 different colored. So the ends are both exactly the same, right? So this would be like something for the original Nintendo, or something for like your VCR, or something for your other video game systems. I think some other video game systems use it, and then a whole bunch of other things use it. Yeah, just the VCR mainly, and the DVD player I guess would use it as well. It's mainly for connecting your TV up to things. So that'd be a good special cord to keep. I don't think we have too many of those ones. Can we get the? Oh, we might even be able to get the microphone, and then whatever else is coming with it. So we got the microphone, and then some other cables. Let's sort this out here quick. Then if we just keep pulling like this, then the cable will come undone. That's the theory anyways. It's the theory that always happens. And then eventually we'll find the end of the microphone, and the microphone will be separate. So let's just throw the microphone right there, because it's going to be a huge mess. Huge mess of a cable. And we just found some more PS3 cables probably. So we sorted everything out there quickly. No, this is a cable for your phone or other advanced devices. PlayStation 3 to your system. Yeah, we still have so many PlayStation 3 connectors. I didn't think we actually had this many. Game Boy Advance or Game Boy, Nintendo DS adapter. Alright. Except it's black, right? Usually the DS adapters are gray. This one's black though. Yeah, I think it's the only black one I have. You could tell because of the shape for what system it is for. Okay, that was easy to get. So just another PlayStation 2 or basic general cable. There might not be too many more things. We just want to pull out one cable at a time, because when we pulled out 4 cables, a whole bunch of them. Alright, so another PlayStation or general cable. And then we're just about done the box. So actually, if we sort through the box and figure out what we have, then what do we do with all the cables? We're going to have to figure out, well, we organized them. We could throw them back in the box, but they'll be organized. And here's another one of those weak cables we don't want. So what do you do with them? Actually, we should throw those ones over there for now. If we found all of these ones, and these ones are good, we don't need those. So those cables can go. Nobody can use those for anything. Another PlayStation 3 adapter connector cable. For your phone or advanced, well, I guess it's a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One uses those things. So really heavy duty PS3 cable. So this would be exactly like these things probably then. PlayStation 2 power box cable. So I think you need these for the Slim. Yeah, it's just a Slim you need them for. So here's another regular generic cable. So this one's really heavy duty. Some power cable for something. It's been too long ripping this cord apart, right? We just really want to get this box sorted before the episode, or if we don't, then we could only spend a little bit of time recording the rest of it to finish off the box. We got a power cable for something, not too sure. Maybe we don't actually need this power cable. So there's another cable we could probably don't really need to keep around here, anyways. And just a original Xbox connector cable. So these things, you do need those. Those things are hard to come by. People would bring in controllers all the time, and they would have no connector cables. So we would still take them. So you can buy connector cables online. So a Xbox 360 connector cable. So we're actually just about done the box then. And then a Nintendo 64 AV adapter. So if you didn't have the 3 colored TVs at this time, you could still play your Nintendo 64 and the older style TVs. So it probably helped out, but I don't think there'd be any purpose at all. A Sega Genesis controller. So there's a controller in here too. We haven't really found any controllers. Okay, cool. So now let's go here. So we still have like another, so we could go start the other song again. So it's gonna be the same songs every episode. Why isn't the right button working? Here we go. Cool. So now there's also one PSP DVD game. Monster Hunter 2 Freedom. Oh, Monster Hunter Freedom 2 by Capcom for the PSP. So last episode we found all these PSP games, or one of the episodes. It's just the pile of the collection where we put the Game Boy Advance games and then some other things, the batteries that we were collecting. How do we hold these out? Well, the same way you've always been pulling them out here. You just pull a cord, and then you pull, and then hope for the best. Alright, so a Sega Genesis power cable. Class 2 power supply for use with a video game. Alright, so a Sega Genesis power cable. We can throw that over there. And then the PlayStation 3 cable. We have so many PlayStation 3 cables. So many PlayStation 3 cables. That's the good thing about these videos, I guess, that we can just record them and then they take like 10 minutes to transfer to your computer, and then take like an hour and a half to upload, and then render, and then process and everything. And then we could go sort some more cables. Oh, this thing, we could start pulling these smaller cables out here. We're going to have to start weaving things, I think. Weave this through here and then pull it through. So we're just about done, guys. We're just about done the box. We'll pull this through. So this thing was for the Dream Payments. The Dream Payments debit thing. So the Dream Payments was amazing. It did take a debit card and credit card. Absolutely everything. No minimum. I was even able to withdraw like $3,000 when I had to make my payment on my place. It's like, you need to get $3,000. I don't have $3,000 cash. And then it was like, well, just go to your Dream Payments and just take out $3,000 with your credit card, and then instantly your bank account has $3,000. And then I was able to make the payment. It's pretty cool. Now Dream Payments was bought out by the banks. So now I have no way to get $3,000 cash ever again from them. So that does suck. Yeah, it is really nice. I mean, how else are you gonna? Well, yeah, I guess you just transfer the balance over to your. I guess you can do that, but then it would cost. That's right. The difference was that the bank was gonna charge me like $400 to take out $3,000 advance. I'm like, holy geez, $400? Are you insane? But then the Dream Payments, they're just gonna take out like 1%. So it was just like $20, maybe. Yeah, it was just like $30. And I called them beforehand, and I was like, excuse me, if I use my credit card to make a payment of $3,000 to get transferred to cash, will you be able to do that? And they were like, yes, we can. It'll be $30. And I was like, oh wow, thank you. The bank was going to charge me $400. So the Dream Payments really did help me out in that situation quite a bit. Saved me hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So this cable. So it probably is for a very old Atari system or something similar, right? These cables. This is an Atari cable or something like that. So we'll keep this in the special cables pile. I think we sold all of our Ataris. We don't need that cable. That cable can probably go at some point. We don't need that cable. And then there's just another PS3. Yeah, PS3 cable. One of the super small PS3 cables. We don't want the super small PS3 cables. We have so many really long, decent-sized PS3 cables. Why do we need to limit ourselves to small ones? So there's a power cord over here. We can't quite get to the end of the power cord yet, but we pulled out another one. And then we're in the same situation. So where's this power cord? Or what does this lead to? 20. Let's pull out the other Sega Genesis controller. So we have two Sega Genesis controllers. Should be glow driver charger, dynamite, risk of electric shock. Alright, I don't even know if we need these power cables. So that's like a weird end that I've never ever seen before. So I'm not exactly sure what this is for, right? Because this leads to this, remember, right? This leads to a power brick. The glow driver charger by Dynamite. So that'd be another questionable cord that we're going to have to look into. No idea what that is for. Oh, but it looks like we got the power cables. We got both of the power cables. We just have to separate them. Separate the power cables. Well, no, they're stuck. I mean, considering there's only two power cables, you thought it would have been easier, but no, that's actually not the case in this situation here. Actually, I think we just made a lot of progress doing that. So yeah, once these are done, and then we just have a few more cables, and then there we go. Cool. box is done, we could move on to other things. Although we're gonna have this big mess, we're gonna have to figure out what to do with all these cables. But it is good to have them all out. Maybe we could move these card boxes, because we know the card boxes are not going to do anything with them. We're going to keep them for later to go through. And then these, we know we don't really need any of it. So we have 2 Sega Genesis power cables. So we can put these over here by the other Sega Genesis power cables. So we have 2 Sega Genesis power cables. Then we have 3 Sega Genesis power cables. Here we go. So this is the box. This is that big box that was completely full. Now it's not completely full. So another thing for your DS to charge into your phone or your car. So you can just play your DS games on the road, and you could charge it on the road. This one's already in an elastic band or something. So this would actually specifically be pretty much for a Nintendo. The Nintendo would have those 2 colors, and then you hook them up to your television, and then your original Nintendo could play without needing the AV cable. So we found that cable. I think that was a special cable pile. Yeah, I think it was over here. Hopefully. We'll have to sort through them later anyways. Maybe we put it over there. And then we got a PlayStation 2 power brick. Did we find that already, or did we couldn't pull it out before because it was too locked into the box? Probably. Yeah, so we got a PlayStation 2 power cable. So we got one of those. We got a bunch of those in my room. And then a generic PlayStation 2 power cable, or Xbox, or anything. So we have 2 original Xbox TV cables down here. I think we have more original Xbox cables. And then here it is. Here's the Sega Genesis TV cable. So we could make one Sega Genesis and have some extra power cables. And then just the other computer power cable here. And then just the PlayStation 4, Xbox One connector cable. And then Xbox 360 connector cable. And then original Xbox connector cable. And then Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance link cable. And then the PSP back cover. So we have the back cover for the PSP. So hopefully we could find the rest of the PSP. We'll just put this over here with the parts. And then the box is empty. There's just some elastic bands. So we don't need the elastic bands. The elastic bands could go in the garbage. And then we have an empty box. And then we could probably throw these cords back in the empty box. Yeah, if everything is organized. So we could use that box for storing the cords, except we know everything that's in the box now, because we didn't know what was in there before. Now we do. So there we go. More cleaning.